Okay, let's talk strategy. So we're going to break this stuff down. I'm going to break it down, and I want you to approach this in really small pieces. Try and get a better handle on things. Other thing I noticed, especially with these first two bars, it seemed like sometimes it looks like you're doing good pull off technique. And a big thing to remember is when you pull off to something, you need it down in advance because if you're not holding it down already, for example, going like 17 down to 15 and 13, if you're not already holding all of those notes, then you're just playing like a piano and you're just throwing your fingers down. It's wasted effort or wasted energy, and it's basically like doing hammer-ons from nothing. And yeah, you can produce sound that way, but it can cause problems, like especially when it comes to going as fast as you can, getting the best sound possible. So it looked like, again, especially with these first two bars, like you set up okay, and then it's like you took your, I think you use your middle finger for these. It's like you took your middle finger off and you're like trying to throw it down in order to get the note to produce versus just keeping it down. And yeah, I think, yeah, especially with the second bar, it's like you start off, you take your middle finger off, which is not a good thing, and then you like kind of throw it down after the fact. You know, you got enough compression, whatnot. You can produce a note. Doesn't mean it's going to be the best possible way of doing it. So, whatever you pull off to needs to be down in advance. Like when I go down here to that B string, I'm already putting all three fingers down. See, I'm already jumping them all down. Jumping them all right down. And keeping it down when I'm doing all the hammer on and pull offs. On one string like that. I'm not taking my hands off, fingers off, anything like that. You're going to get way better sound keeping it down versus that. We don't want to do that. So my suggestion is, I'm really going to break this thing down. Take all the time you need. So day one, I'm going to suggest bar one. Or one bar at a time. That's what I mean. Write down what you get. You can track it on Guitar Pro or wherever you like to keep it. You know, keep track of things. But that's it. You're just going to do one bar at a time. And because it's just one bar at a time, you're going to see the speed go up pretty fast. If you want to set a time limit to make sure you're not overdoing things, maybe like 5 minutes per bar. Because it's a lot of bars, for sure. And same thing here, like one bar at a time. But let's see. You could also think about going 60 to 120 and then moving on to the next bar. So getting it to at least 120 is a good idea. And now that I'm saying that out loud, maybe that's the thing to do. So, all right, let's do that. I want you to get each individual bar to 120. And then when you have that, then I want you to do 2 bars at a time. Now, we'll do it like this because it's kind of paired in a specific way. So once you get the individual bars at 120, then I want you to do these two, get that to 120, these two to 120, these two to 120, these two to 120. Once you can do that, let's do the first half at 120, second half at 120. When you can do all that, then put it all together. For number 2, same deal. Each individual bar, get it to at least 120. And then this one, let's see. This one I would say get these two to 120, and then these two to 120, these two to 120, these two to 120, and then these two to 120, and then do the first half to 120, second half to 120, and then piece it all together. So let's go through that one more time. So with this, 60 to 120 for each individual bar. Once you can do that, you're going to do these 2 bars, 60 to 120, these two bars, then these two. Once you can do that, you can do the first half, 60 to 120. Once you can do that, second half, 60 to 120. So for number 2, you're going to get each individual bar, 60 to 120. Then you're going to get these two bars, 60 to 120. And then these two, 60 to 120. Then these two, then these two, then these two. After that, you're going to do the first half, 60 to 120. Second half, 60 to 120. And then the whole thing. So going about it like that should help get you much more comfortable with everything. And remember, whatever you're going to pull off to, you want it down in advance so you're not doing hammer-ons from nothing, not playing it like a piano, because we're plucking the string as we perform the pull-off. This way we get the best possible note. Okay, I hope that helps. Good luck. Any questions come up, let me know, and I'll see you again in your new videos.